See those two Game Boys that you have there? This thing is sticky everywhere.
Oh my. It's terrible, yeah. Oh, don't touch that anymore.
E to the U to the E, man. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Had a nigga in the truck where the wood at. All the niggas acting up where the wolves at.
What's up, Internet? Welcome to another Thrifting in Connecticut. I did not get that Game Boy because it was apparently like covered in syrup. It was pretty gross. I felt like I needed to wash my hands after touching it. I didn't like, even for $5, I left it behind. Let's take a look at these Wii games.
Mario games down around there.
See what they're talking about for price. This thrift store, when they're behind the case, you never know. You never know. And in this case, $8 each. Let me know if you would have picked them up. I ended up not picking them up. I believe the Mario Strikers disc was a little bit scratchy. Mario Super Sluggers, I just don't think that's worth it. $6, I don't know. Mario Power Tennis, $8. I don't know. Let me know what you would do in the comments below. I personally, I know they're Mario titles, but they're also Wii titles, and they don't go for that much. And it's pretty high. That's pretty high price for a thrift store. I think you
just wanted to see the last one that was there.
Here we are back at the same thrift store that last week, or last episode at least, had a Mega Man 6 for about $40, and someone bought it. What's more surprising is someone bought the other games that were way overpriced, but they have more Nintendo games. $18, I believe that was for Adventure. I believe that was $10 for little Nemo Dream Master, and $30 for Maniac Mansion. Where the fuck are they getting their prices from? There's no chance that that makes sense, and even more so, $30 for Sonic 2 and $30 for Sonic 1. Keep those games forever. $10 for Joe Montana Football, whatever that was. Toy Story, not even worth it at any price.
I love my dress. That's what I love.
And the fact
Just looking good here.
use my prom so you can.
So, at this store they want $20 for Kirby's Adventure, which is, you know, that's game store reasonable, right? Yeah, for the Nintendo. This is a thrift store. They want $30 for Maniac Mansion. And this is a thrift store. Yeah, and I got another up-close look of the Sonic 2 and Sonic 1 that they want $30 each for. Alright, heading into Savers. I was briefed on what's here a few hours ago by my friend Ted. It's not too late.
So a little backstory here. I was briefed by my friend Ted that this Savers, our usual Savers, has Ninja Gaiden 3 for some amount of money. He didn't catch the price. When I get here, there's some people standing at the case. I snag an employee to come over and help me because, you know, I don't want them to be waiting for that also. So let's see what we have here. What are we working with? Holding a Nintendo game.
Home with this.
Holding two Nintendo games. When will the camera know? Ninja Gaiden 1, $10. So yeah, Ted didn't actually get to get a good look at the Ninja Gaiden game, and from afar he thought it was the third game. They also had Double Dragon 1 for $10. I passed on both because I have them already. But back here, by the electronics, I spy some GameCube controllers. A Wavebird for $5, an oddly overpriced black one for $10.99, I believe that was. What else do we have? Silver one, platinum. I believe that one was $8. I ended up picking it up. So today's not a total loss, even if we ran out to this thrift store for Ninja Gaiden 3, and it wasn't to be.
$5 for the controller for the Wavebird's not bad, but $9 for a plain GameCube controller. I feel like this is one of those situations where I'm like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Like, it's not the best deal, but if I don't get it, the comment section below is going to be like, oh, what are you doing? Why not? What's wrong with you? You know? What would you do? So that was a heck of a false alarm, but big thanks to my friend Ted. Getting us to that thrift store in the first place helped us find some more stuff. That was definitely worth the trip. I believe... No, not every pickup is from that specific Savers, but the first pickup I have was half off, and as you can see, at $4.99, I paid about $2.50 plus tax or whatever. Got NBA Street Volume 3. I like getting the street games to actually keep for myself, at least the sports I care about, like football and basketball. So $2.50 isn't a bad deal, but as you saw in the film, that fucking Goodwill has gone down the toilet. Motherfucking down the toilet. Between it having very, very, very expensive Mega Man games, or not Mega Man, what was it they had last week? Well, it was Mega Man 6, but that was actually a reasonable price. But everything else is like $10 minimum if it's a Nintendo game. Or it's street trash. Like, even the street trash games were expensive. And now they had $30 Maniac Mansion for the NES. They still have those $30 fucking Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, loose cart only, which is insane to me. It should be insane to anybody. It's the most common Sega Genesis game. Why would it demand $30? Like, I understand if you're looking some shit up, like that's why you come up with some of your prices. That's why you know some titles are worth more than others. But how do you get that for Sonic the Hedgehog? Very specifically. It doesn't make any sense. Rant over. Didn't get anything from there. I really don't know what I'll be able to find from that store in the future. Savers has been good to us, though. On one trip, I did pick up a Tiger electronic handheld. Unfortunately, this Pocahontas had a battery, well, two batteries explode inside it. I have not had a chance to try and get it working, but it was really tough to get the battery out. It was exploded and like wrapped, sealed around the coil part of the battery compartment. And it's got something rattling in there now, so who knows if it'll work. Paid $3 for this. Goes for anywhere between 10 and 15. I'm assuming in working condition. A little bit of a product placement here. Got some Diet Pepsi in the house. I'm gonna crack that bad boy open. Yeah, well, I'll contact them right away. So, as you saw, and as I mentioned earlier, my friend Ted said he was at our favorite Savers, and that he had left behind Ninja Gaiden 3. Ninja Gaiden, I don't really care. that's up for debate. I honestly, both ways people say it sound kind of stupid to me, so I don't really. I say it whatever way it comes out of my mouth. Doesn't matter to me. Anyway, that game has sprung up in price, or maybe it's always been expensive. Like a $60 game. I didn't think it was that expensive. I'm pretty sure I've had it in the past. I don't know. Anyway, he said it was there. He left it behind because it was $10, and he was kicking himself, so he texted me about it. And today we were actually pretty far away. Usually I could get there in like 20 minutes. Took us about an hour from where we were. Got there, and as you saw, the first Ninja Gaiden, who cares? And Double Dragon 1 for the NES, both $10 each. Both games I have. Both games that are worth about what they had them priced at. Took a look around the rest of the savers. Given that Ted had been there, I'd assume it'd be picked over, given he doesn't really go for video game stuff that much anymore. It's more like board game stuff. Found some decent stuff, not the best prices. Decided to pick up Duck Hunt for the NES. $3, reasonably priced. Goes anywhere between 5 and 10 on eBay. Don't know if I'll be able to sell it. Don't know if I really want to sell it. Technically, I don't have it in my collection. I have it on a combination cartridge, but I'm pretty much out of space for NES games behind me. And I picked up 2 controllers. Haven't had a chance to test them yet. Just pulled them out of their plastic wrapping. And they seem to be in decent shape, aside from some parts missing on one of them, but it's a Wavebird, so it's to be expected. But on the regular Platinum GameCube controller, they had this priced at $8. Or was it $9? I don't remember. Maybe we saw in the video. I also asked you guys, is it worth it? Should I have picked it up? Is this going to be one of those ones where if I left it behind, people would be blowing me up in the comments? Who knows? But for $5, I don't know if this is one of the ones that they had from like the He's Heating Up thrifting video. I think that was what I titled it. Where they had a whole bunch of Wavebirds, but they were all in shitty condition. This one's actually in nice condition, aside from the fact that it's missing the battery back and, of course, the receiver, because you're never going to find them at a thrift store with the receiver. But everything else is in nice condition, so for $5, wasn't going to pass on that. Not going to hear from you guys in the comments below. I do thank you guys for telling me when I fucked up in the comments below, because I need to learn. Everybody does. So let me know what you've been able to find. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, Internet. I love you guys. Pepsi, hit me up.